Also, there are some nice guys who put on an act just to get, a women in the bedroom. So what are we actually talking about? Are you a good person? Now, if you're a good person, you're going to stand up for what's right no matter what other people are doing. So sometimes that means you're setting yourself apart from the group. Sometimes that means you need to put your foot down and say, hey, that's wrong. I'm not doing that. So sometimes being nice could be fake, but are you a good person? I think that's the most important thing. And I think good women like good men.
Women do not hate nice. Women do not hate nice. So this video I'm about to ready to play is in reference to this whole nice guy thing that we always discuss. And she's gonna say that women do not hate nice, that they actually like nice guys, but with certain conditions. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this and we'll go ahead and break it down. Y'all ready? Okay.
Not
Yes, sir.
hate nice men. What we do dislike is men who lack masculinity. Now, a lot of nice guys tend to be men who also lack other masculine traits that women find attractive. And what they do is they blame their nice nature as to why they have no success with women. When you take a man who still has masculine traits and is nice, he ends up having hyper success with women. But when you take a man who's nice by default, because he can't exercise his masculinity, he can't say no, he can't set boundaries, he can't exert his dominance, of course women are not going to find that attractive. The difference between being nice and being a good guy is the nice guy desexualizes himself, and how he desexualizes himself is by
Man, I want to know what she was gonna say.
Yeah, me too.
Snip, snip.
Yeah, I started to get some popcorn. Let me ask you guys this. Jay, do you consider yourself a nice guy?
Yeah, probably. Yep.
Okay. What about you, Louise?
I'm nice, but I'm firm.
Okay. Ink?
No.
So you're a mean guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He trying to get his stock up, man. That's why he said that.
Now, are you not saying that you're a nice guy because of how this YouTube space perceive nice guys? You know, if you were to meet your future mother-in-law and father-in-law, like they say, "Hey, God, tell us about yourself." You say, "I'm not nice."
Yeah, JR, first things first, shout out to Men Are Not the Enemy and new Android, because we know iPhones ain't shit. But you know how people think about me over there. They think I'm some burly, mean, nasty, ornery guy, so might as well give them what they want, right? So no, I'm not nice.
Okay. Um, I'm nice. I got a little edge to me. You know, some people they look at me, they say I don't look approachable. I always look mean. Do you ever smile? So I mean, I'm nice. I got a good heart. I get a good heart from my mother. She has a real big heart. So I would say I'm a nice guy. But let's go ahead and dive into this topic. She says women do not hate nice. What do you guys thoughts about it? I'm gonna start off with a couple ladies, and then we'll get the men involved. So I'm gonna start off with you, Chanel.
I
I know
agree.
we got a smaller panel. I know we don't have a 5-on-5, so um, yeah, it's
I,
an even. Yeah, it's like an even. A 4-on-4, right? Oh, we just lost one. So
oh,
yeah, it's getting this. Yeah, go ahead, Chanel.
I do agree. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you being nice, but as the lady was stating, some guys think being nice is being a pushover, or to let someone walk all over them, or to completely take away any moral standing from yourself. That's not what being nice is about. Also, there are some nice guys who put on an act just to get, women in the bedroom. So what are we actually talking about? Are you a good person? Now, if you're a good person, you're going to stand up for what's right no matter what other people are doing. So sometimes that means you're setting yourself apart from the group. Sometimes that means you need to put your foot down and say, hey, that's wrong. I'm not doing that. So sometimes being nice could be fake, but are you a good person? I think that's the most important thing. And I think good women like good men.
Okay. Louise, let me go ahead and go to you next before we go to one of the other ladies. Women do not hate nice. What do you think about what she said and what Chanel said as well?
I agree. I agree. I think what has happened is that we have kind of conflated or change the definition of what nice is. Somebody who is, respectful, courteous. Somebody who seems like they grew up in a wholesome house, right, with two parents where they showed them certain morals and certain characteristics, right. But unfortunately, the world outside looks views as nice as being weak or a pushover or no backbone, somebody that could walk all over you, right? You know what I'm saying? You're easily swayed, or somebody could challenge your position and make you come off your square. And I think that is what she was really talking about when it comes to men being nice. Look, there's nothing wrong with being somebody who's respectful, courteous and things like that. I just think that people need to know how to set non-negotiable boundaries as it pertains to certain relationships, business relationships, friendships, relationship, even in your family. You know what I'm saying? There's certain boundaries and certain things that you will not allow and you can't allow because they're your non-negotiable, right? And sort of if you get people that will allow themselves to take that inch, they're gonna take a mile over time because they're gonna try to take advantage of you. It's just inherent, human nature, right? So one of the things that I usually start off a conversation with when I have these types of conversation off Lapeef or offline in group settings like these, and I usually am around a lot of women. First off, I was like, first and foremost, what I'm about to say is not going to be politically correct. I'm not interested in dating any of you, and I'm not interested in sleeping with any of you. So I'm not going to sway my position to gain favor, excuse me, to gain favor in you, because what happens is that when we have these conversations, there usually is an outlier that will try to posture himself to seem much more likable or much more favorite among other men in the space, because they're like, oh, I would never do that, or I have never done that, or I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? A man who's typically that agreeable is typically one that would, what I'm saying, behind the scenes do the complete opposite of what he says. So I usually tell people to kind of be aware of those situations, but up front, I let people really know what it is, because if you allow people to kind of sway you off your position, most people are going to tend to lose respect for you. How you?
All right. Sugar Curls, I'm going to go to you next. Women do not hate nice.
Yeah, I think her use of the word nice was a little bit different. I was thinking more so, I think women may not like a soft man or a man who is doesn't set boundaries. A man can be nice and polite and respectful, but still set boundaries. He can still be very masculine, but know when to say no, know when to put his foot down. So I would, rephrase and say, do women hate soft men? Where if you're a feminine woman, you might not like a man that's too soft because it's not going to balance you. There are some men who are softer and they work well with women who are not as soft. But I just think the verbiage was a little bit different. Being nice is just being polite, respectful. I think a good man is somebody who has virtue, has integrity. And so a good man typically is a man who can be nice. You'll meet him. He's a stand-up guy. He comes in the room, he's assured of who he is. He's confident. But the one thing you will say is he's a nice guy, so that's kind of how I see it.